Good morning, everyone. Welcome, and hope everybody had a very happy new year. It's been a while since our last webinar, and we're very excited to kick off this year with the continuation of our Uniform Unleashed webinar series. We have a couple, just a couple of housekeeping rules before we start the webinar today. This is a listen-only webinar, so if you would, please turn off your microphone and cameras because they will not be needed. And then in the chat window of the webinar, you will have the ability to, type in any questions you might have during the presentation, and then we will discuss those at the end. For those of you who do not know me, this may be your first time joining our Uniform Unleashed webinar series. I'm Nancy Cardona. I am the National Sales Manager for UniformMarket and Sellers Commerce, and I'm located here in our Chicago headquarters. Currently, I am responsible for the sales direction for North America, Australia, New Zealand, and we are now moving into the Europe market, which is very exciting. But I have over 20 years experience in the uniform space, both selling uniforms as well as the e-commerce side. I've been with UniformMarket. I'm starting into my 9th year. So I bring a lot of experience to our partners, whether they're manufacturing partners, distributors, or independent retailers. So today we're going to talk more about decoding the rising need for uniform management systems. Kind of talk about the types of solutions that you as a uniform supplier need to be looking at and concentrating on to provide the best experience to your customers, while also controlling costs for you as well, which is equally as important. Okay, there we go. So first, we're going to talk about the trends. What we're seeing kind of at the end of 2022, going into 2023. What we're seeing with just even our current customers, what we're seeing out there in bid responses regarding the B2B experience that customers are asking for, and that the uniform supplier needs to be able to respond to. So first, we talk about self-service channels that will set you up to prosper. So simply what we mean by that is providing a B2B e-commerce solution where your customers that are going to provide the proper system for their employees, their buying managers to order on. How you're going to control that uniform program, make shopping easier for the employees so they're in and out, make the experience easier for your customers, as well as for your team in processing orders. So you want to make sure the platform you're using is mobile responsive, because employees do not sit down at a desk and order uniforms. They're on a cell phone, a tablet, some type of a handheld device, laptop, and so on. Integration will be an impediment. So what we mean by that is, if you are not using a solution that satisfies all of your clients' needs, all the buying rules, just all those kind of individual modules that perhaps currently you've been custom programming, you've been creating functionality because you're trying to build your own B2B e-commerce to satisfy every single one of your customers. So how we can take that integration, whether it's creating custom functionality or connecting into an end user's HR system, for example, These are all things that are taking place right now. And you want to find a solution that will provide this in a very easy fashion. Your customers are looking for out-of-box features, as well as you are, but your customers are really driving your business as far as the uniform programs. They're telling you what their employees need to have, how a website needs to work for them. So you need to look at solutions that provide all the modules that you would need. What is just built-in functionality versus your, going out and hiring somebody to create this functionality for every client, and every client's needs are going to be different. So we want easy shopping for the employees. We need integrations into your warehouse system, your accounting system, your customers' intranet or HR systems. We need out-of-the-box features that will allow you to build a website on demand versus taking that long time to get to market because you're having to recreate the wheel every time you have a customer that you're bringing on that has a uniform program need. Okay, so what uniform sellers expect? These are kind of the 5 key factors. So when we're looking at uniform programs and we're looking at e-commerce solutions to support those programs, we need a faster time to market. Your customer does not want to wait 6 months to get a website up because you're programming something or creating some kind of custom functionality for them that really in a uniform program should be standard. So it reduces your business disruption by having a proper solution to run a uniform program, a proper B2B uniform management system. Cost effectiveness for you is key. We all know everybody runs on tight margins in any type of a uniform program. And the larger the customer is, the tighter those margins are going to be. So you need a solution that is not going to cost you a lot of money to run. It's a very smart and integral business need. So the proper solutions can help maximize your return on investment. Scalability. I look at all the different customers that we work with, from manufacturers to retailers and distributors. Manufacturer pretty much has its niche market. A distributor or retailer could be selling across multiple verticals. You could be hospitality and medical and industrial. So you have to have a solution that supports those 3 markets. I could be, let's say, public safety specific retailer. Well, you still have to have a solution that fits the multiple needs because one police department buys in a different way than another. A security department's going to buy different than a fire department. So although you are market specific, you have to be able to provide a solution that is going to meet all the different needs that your different clients have. Out of the box. Compliance control. You need to be able to uphold those uniform rules. And how do you do that? How do you control the products that the employees see? How do you control how the employees are buying their uniforms? What is that spending rule? And even down to perhaps what are the shipping rules where you as a uniform seller, if you could ship all the orders to one hospital location, one building, or a factory, one building, you're saving on your shipping costs, but we need to be able to control that at the buyer level. So we need to think about all those different controls, whether it's from your customer or some of the controls that you would like to have in place. And then finally, customer satisfaction. Everybody is requiring some type of a digital experience for their employees, especially the accounts that have a large employee base. They have unique uniform product rules that are in place. If we look back just because of COVID, how things have changed from an e-commerce standpoint. You know, God willing, nothing like that ever happens again, but you have to be able to give those employees, give your customer the ability to provide their teams with a fast, easy tool, no matter what's going on, so they can get their uniforms. And the happier the employee is, the happier your customer is. So these are the 5 key factors of what a uniform reseller, manufacturer, distributor, retailer need to think about in running these uniform programs for your business. Okay. Now, many people are using kind of a generic e-commerce platform, and they're trying to use a B2C platform, or maybe they have a mild B2B platform, a lighter weight option. And when we're going after the true uniform programs, we need to talk about where this is going to fall short for you, but most importantly, it's going to fall short for your customer. So the B2C and the lightweight B2B systems are going to be lacking in features, okay? Features that are tailored to run a true uniform program. Buying rules, allowance, allotment, supervisor approval, various levels of supervisor approval, payroll deductions, things like that. These are all things that maybe you've managed on spreadsheets up until this point. And I talked to a lot of retailers, and they send that payroll deduction Excel to the HR at a hospital every week. So those funds can be deducted. Those aren't the proper way to run these programs. We need to put all this into the shopper's hand and not so much into your back office hand, okay? So we need to look at solutions that will give all the features that a customer needs out of the box, just to increase your customer satisfaction, increase orders, and everything else. Generic systems will have a high implementation time. And what I mean by that is, if you don't have a proper system, then every time you're bringing on a uniform program, and that customer has a different need than the last customer system you built, now you're getting a hold of a programming company, a developer, whoever you've been using, and you're paying them to create whatever this functionality is. And it could just be a matter of a split supervisor approval level needed. This slows down your getting a website live. It slows down the satisfaction you're going to give your customer. And it's slowing down your process of ordering products, selling the products, collecting, on the sales, and all of that. So this, kind of need to have to redevelop the wheel every time you build a website for a client is not where you want to be. It's just too costly in time and effort. And the generic systems are missing a niche business as far as functionalities. Selling a uniform on a B2C platform to Nancy Cardona, because I just need a scrub top, is very different than selling a uniform program into a hospital system or clinic system or fire and police systems. You have to make sure that you've got all the functionalities that all these customers are talking to you about, for lack of the right word, baked into one system. So you can use that system over and over and over again and satisfy all of your clients. Okay, so a uniform management system. You know, we're bridging trends and expectations with technology now. Technology is driving so much of what we do, and we have to embrace this and be on board because it will enhance our business and it will make our running our business so much easier when we're working with these larger accounts. So some of the core value drivers of a uniform management system, or UMS for short. It's one solution that ties you, your product supplier, your customers, their managers, all into one system. And, kind of ways of looking at this is you're creating a uniform management system for an account. And maybe you're working with some of the vendors like a Sandmark, a Workwear Outfitters, and how we can bring those vendors in through a dropship connection. So the order's coming in from ABC Mechanical. And if you don't have that product on the shelf, you could release that order to Workwear Outfitters and have them ship it to the customer. So it's how we can tie everyone into that system to help create a more efficient platform and process for your customer and their employees. Time efficient, cost effective. You need to get a website up and running for a customer. Their employees need to order, and you need to have a system that isn't going to cost you anything as far as doing additional programming or implementation. So by having a proper system that you can use across all the different types of clients that you have, and their different buying rules and all the different kind of quirky needs they might have, you want a system that's going to give you, say, at least 90% of all of that, which will be far more cost effective for you in running the business. As I mentioned before, with margins, it's imperative you get the website up and running. So just that time efficiency for your customer, as well as time efficiency on your team's side, and moving orders through the system, because they're all coming in from one place. It's cleaner and smoother. A best-in-class CX, you're giving your customer a personalized employee uniform store. It is branded for them. It is designed for them. It's the products for their team. You're giving them reporting access. You're giving them access to employee base to make changes, things like that. It is a far better experience for your customer. Always for the employee to do their shopping, but now you've also got a core of employees that are managing their uniform program internally. So they need to be able to run reports on the fly. They need to change an employee from one department to another because they were promoted, or full-time to part-time, whatever the case might be. So it is a best-in-class experience for your customer in using a true uniform management system. Okay. And as always, we've got to keep in mind, yes, we want to keep the employees happy. We want them to get in and order, but it is crucial that we are providing our customers with everything they expect. Uniforms is a very competitive marketplace, and we want to make sure we are giving them everything they need to really deepen and develop that partnership that you have. Okay, so this is just, we're going to talk about generic e-commerce, kind of lightweight B2B e-commerce versus a true uniform management solution. All right, just kind of looking at the screen, we can see where we're spending a lot of time on one platform and how that starts to lessen as we go through to the UMS platform. So we'll talk about that for a second. Generic e-commerce. So you're taking your B2C platform that represents all of your traditional online e-commerce business, and you're trying to make a consumer site work for an employee base. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is to spend a lot of money creating modules and functionality and all this programming to try to satisfy the basic needs of your customers. Not all the needs, just really the basic needs. A B2C, very basic B2B is going to have almost no features. You know, checkout rules could be purchase order and credit card. You might be able to create some landing pages to control product view, but a landing page is open to anybody. All this product is going to do is cost you a lot of money to run it and maintain it, as well as delay getting anything up and running to your customer and their team of employees to start placing their uniforms. We have to look at a uniform management program as how quickly can I build a website and get it up and running for employees to use. This scenario could take months. And again, whatever programming you're doing is going to be generic because you're looking at, can I have allowance? Can I maybe have allotment? And I can have that work for most of my customers. Okay. So if we were to look at a B2B e-commerce, not a true uniform management system, but a business-to-business platform. Yes, you will have a few more features than the generic. And those features could be additional modules, might be a couple buying rules, but won't have the buying rules at the level of what uniform users are expecting right now. You're still going to have a very large chunk of programming in building in business functionality. It's the requirements of your customer. It's what you have to have on your system. Reporting, buying rules, product rules, marketing rules, whatever that might be. You've got to have a solution that is really going to fit all of these customers of yours. And it's not so much about the customer who has the 50 employees. This is, everybody's going after the customers now with that larger employee base, 200 employees or more, with tremendous amount of rules. So you got to start looking at all your customers as a whole. And then how do we satisfy the needs of all those customers using one solution? So if we use a true uniform management solution, this is going to be a solution that's going to be high in features. It's going to have every buying rule you can think of. Allowance, allotment, payroll deduction, multiple level supervisor approval, rollover to credit card points, all of this. Product view control at an employee base. If we look at public safety, quartermaster being able to buy for every single one of their employees against those employees' annual spend, dollar allowance, annual quotas, things like that. You need the business modules to be in place for you, the reporting, the controls, having modules like maybe you're going to put some jackets on sale within a uniform program because you want to build those pre-winter sales up, things like that. The ability to do upsells on products. If you like this item, you might like these other items as well. Chat boxes, product ratings, all these different modules you want to have available when you need them. and not have to look at it as something you now have to go out and create. So when we look at this or kind of 3 sections here and the different colors and how they get bigger as we get to the end. What was a tremendous amount of programming for generic, a lot of programming for traditional B2B e-commerce. When you're looking at a UMS system, that programming now is a very small window. And that programming traditionally is going to be about connecting into a manufacturer's ERP system or a distributor's large warehouse system. It might be connecting into an HR system for a client or a single sign-on, which is required by a client, and more. So the custom portion needs to not be about the day-to-day functionality of a uniform software. The custom portion is going to be about those kind of connection needs that are unusual or required for you to do your business. Connecting to shipping software and warehousing, things like that, a dropship connector to a vendor. All right, so a true UMS system versus the others. The total cost of ownership is so low compared to what you've done in the past. Faster to market for your customers, which is faster to market back to you on orders. It's fully integratable. We have, like for our system, we have APIs. Everybody has an API out there, the newer system, so you can connect to anything. And you can configure the website any way you need it to be for a client, but not have to do special coding or programming. So everybody needs to really be comfortable and sure about the proper system for their customer base this year and going forward. And you want to make sure it's one really rich in features and functionality. So let's talk about benefits and advantages of a uniform management system. And this is really for all of you, the manufacturer, distributor, retailer. The benefits, let's just look at time savings. So kind of the old way of handling orders, sales reps were taking all those orders, email, fax, phone call. Frankly, I've even heard text. And you're processing that now to your back-end warehouse and customer service team to re-enter orders. So a lot of people are involved now processing those orders. When you offer a proper solution, the time of that salesperson, the time of that customer, data entry person, everyone's time can be reinvested into doing what they're really supposed to be doing with their jobs. We look at the salesperson, that's calling on new business. It's maybe calling on current accounts and developing the business. So we want to get rid of the wasted labor and allow your employees to take that time and put it to where they really need it to be. A uniform management solution will also help cut back on wrong orders and returns, which is going to be a cost savings to you every way you look at it. If you have a solution that does not control how an employee sees their orders, the odds are they're going to order a product that is not theirs. So industrial, I have FR employees and non-FR employees. FR products are very expensive, so an admin should not have an FR jacket at that cost. They should have the other jacket that's being provided. So we want to control product views to control costs to your customers, but also in turn controls costs to you because that order is not coming back. And heaven forbid somebody orders the wrong product and then it's embroidered. And if it's the wrong embroidery based on a job function, you can't even sell that product again if it's been personalized. If it's just a logo, Yes, you're going to put it on a warehouse shelf until the next order comes in, but you know, it could sit on that shelf for a while. So we want to do everything we can to eliminate returns and wrong orders. You want to make sure you're providing your customers that with your uniform management solution. Create personalized uniform stores for the employees. You know, an employee can go onto your retail site. I just need a pair of FR coveralls. They're buying a pair of FR coveralls, but now it's not logoed because that's not part of your B2B experience for that client. Other things to be concerned about in their job, they just need to know this is what I get every year or what I get to spend. If the employee is happy, if they can get in and out of a website easily, correctly, by the right products, then their bosses aren't hearing about it, and their boss's boss isn't hearing about it, and then you're not hearing about it. So everyone up the tree for that uniform program is happy, which in turn is going to make you, the uniform supplier, happy as well. We kind of talked about this a little bit ago. You want one platform that works for every type of customer you have, whether it's a product vertical, industrial, medical, hospitality, or just all I do is sell to police departments, but I need a system that will work for every single one because they all have different needs. If you have a system that will work for all of your different customers, then you can go out after any account in your area and provide the customer with what they need. Because your clients are asking for this. They're asking for a uniform solution of some sort. So look at one that fits your needs, that fits all of your customers. Okay, so we've got a 2-question poll for everybody to take. Are you currently using a dedicated uniform management system? All right, so everybody select yes or no, and then we'll be back. Okay. Well, everybody seems to be split across the board. So 33% of you say you do have a UMS system. 33% say you do not use no generic e-commerce, and 33 who don't but would like to look into using a UMS platform. So kind of, and that's what we tend to see. So everybody seems to be pretty evenly split across the board. All right, thank you. Okay, so we've talked in general about uniform management solutions, what your customers might be looking for, you know, what you're trying to accomplish. So what we do with our customers, and we have all different types of customers, manufacturers, distributors, retailers, working with all different types of clients, 100-man fire departments to airlines. So we have to have a solution that fits that kind of wide range of clients and employee base. So, you know, how we're helping our customers, we're lowering the total cost of ownership. You know, for us, our systems have everything baked into it, all those kind of unique buying rules and modules. So they're able to use our system in every way possible across every type of client that they have. So, you know, for us, we're happy that we can help lower our clients' overall cost. We're faster time to market. So we're helping our customers by removing all that additional kind of custom functionality programming they were doing in the past by providing a solution that is rich in features and modules. It's allowing them to create a website and get it to market quickly for their customers. Okay. Modular features, although it is a uniform management program, we do have a lot of kind of B2C ideas built in. Everything that makes it easier for the employee to shop. Whether it's the process of shopping, controlling products and spend, or down to the uniform supplier to be able to show products on sale, have branding banners, have a website, although it's for uniforms, really look like a nice branded experience for the employees. So you want to be rich in features of every kind. And then, are customers allowed to offer their clients flexible pricing? Different prices based on products that are being offered by, frankly, removing all of that custom coding development done in the past. Margins are coming up higher for the retailers, and now they're able to work better pricing with their clients. So this is all very important. So what's new at UniformMarket? Well, we've done quite a bit with our software this year. We're very excited. We've taken our traditional platforms and have just really kind of introduced some great new things. We have a more sleek and interactive user experience. And that could be something as simple as our manufacturers and large distributors. You will want to look at taking all of your websites that you're building for your various customers, but you want them all to flow into your back end. So, connections into ERPs like NetSuite, Microsoft Dynamics, and more, Sage and others. For our retailers, what POS systems are we connected to? Uniform Solutions, QuickBooks POS, and of course, plug and play apps like QuickBooks, desktop and online for your accounting and order needs. We have the ability to integrate into any type of a back-end system for our customers very easily. Our systems are surprisingly very affordable, and even for those integrations, very affordable. All of our software, we were on great servers with Microsoft and Amazon, so lightning fast performance, which is going to get the shoppers, get those employees in and out of their website as quickly as possible without any issues or delays, which is great. And the same for the uniform retailers from a kind of an admin back-end system. As you're loading products and loading employees and running reports, this is all done very quickly. It's all done through file imports. So you will see from a management performance standpoint in the back end, very highly responsive, quick, easy to use solutions. Okay, so we have one more poll. It's our last poll of the day. And the question is, do you want to have access to our full list of features? Yes, if you'd like us to email some information, or no, I already have all your product information. All right. Very good. Well, for those of you, looks like everybody would like some additional information on kind of the whole uniform management solution experience and the features that we provide. And I know we have a couple questions that we're going to get to in a few moments as well.